Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. This month, we're going over some net speak. Today's net speak is 太酷辣. 太酷辣. If you translate individual characters, it means smooth pants hot. I almost give you the visual sense of Chinese thinking tight-fitting pants that run smoothly, look hot, right? And I guess whoever came up with this expression, that doesn't make any sense. Like in Chinese, 太酷辣 doesn't really click with me until I see, okay, what that is it? I have to check out on this net speak. But the sound of it, 太酷辣, is a Chinese way to say, wow, it's so cool. And this cool, even if it's pants, it's the same pronunciation as somebody who look cool. So Chinese translate this cool concept, C-O-O-L, is an English expression that got translated into Chinese into cool. And we have another character that originally as the official translation of the concept of cool. But somebody twisted and make it into pants. And it almost gave it a comical spin of it. Same pronunciation, and we can actually technically translate into that because cool, in Chinese, you will see the pronunciation. We cannot pronounce the L thing at the end. That's simply not part of our habitual way to pronounce things. So the closest approximation is cool. And this sounds the same. So it doesn't really matter. But because in NetSpeak, it's somebody putting out characters online, and that creates this comical imagery. By combination of this, especially la is hot, right? It's sexualized look that's related to tight-fitting pants. That became a gong. Chinese called gong. It's almost like a pun or a meme that got popularized. Okay, 太 means smooth, and it's made of water, big water, and then both hands holding. So it basically is describing you're trying to hold water in your hands. And we know we can scoop some water, but we cannot hold water for long in our hands. And Chinese use that to describe things going smoothly, as smooth as water. So water as a symbol, as something in nature that doesn't, I guess, is the most flexible thing visibly in our daily life. It can transform itself easily to fit into any environmental form, right? That's the ultimate flexibility that we want to achieve. And Chinese use that water symbol to give you the sense of flexibility and things going smoothly. So we have both hands holding water in the middle, and then you can view it as that, as a human figure. So these are small legs, but long extended arm. So that's one way to view it, or it's the abstract symbol of the big. The capital big means combining two things. So this bigger line is a binder to combine two sides of things to make it a double size. So that means bigger. In either case, it came from this water, free flowing water thing, and that means smooth in Chinese. Cool pants is made of this fabric thing. So fabric is made of this spools of thread connected together and make it into this drapey form. Whenever you see that, that's something related to textile. And then the right side, we have this human figure again. Now you see the proportion change a little bit, a similar structure. It can mean big, or it can mean somebody is making a big stride, okay? And then the bottom, the two horizontal line means heaven and earth, if we view it abstractly. And then here is a puff of air. So it means we are breathing out. We are sending our message out. So it's kind of exhaling with some sort of messaging. So we have this sense of big, or somebody taking a big stride, and then we have this aerial thing going out. it turned out, okay, we have to do a little bit reverse engineering. This pants concept in Chinese, the physical apparel that's in a pants form was invented in the West. China, ancient times, I guess cultured, rich people who doesn't have to do hard labor, they wear long gowns. So I guess everybody go commando back then, but covered by long gowns. I don't exactly know. They probably have some underwear. Okay, I don't know. But then the people who do have to work, they wear pants, and the formation of pants is different from contemporary pants. This concept of pants actually probably is more equivalent to leg warmers or something you place on your limbs. So it's kind of a tubular form to conform so that you can tie onto your legs or maybe your arms. Because I'm part of the biking community now, I know bikers, they have this leg or arm tubular thing that you can, it's tight fitting, you can put on to adjust to the temperature change throughout the day. So this was originally the whole thing is a Chinese pants form, which is your leg warmer thing, but it can go all the way up to your thighs, I guess. And this puff of air plus this big stripe thing, we can, almost imagine why this pants form in ancient Chinese format, which is not connected in the left and right part and the form around your hip area. So that actually involves some pretty, I guess somebody have to be able to smart enough to figure out how to convert the flat fabric to be body forming, to fit in your three-dimensional form. So that's a later invention. Originally in Chinese, I didn't really know their solution back then, but at least this character means it's not the pants in our today's concept. It's basically your leg warmer all the way to your thigh. And this big stride and airy air goes out. I almost visualize it as it's something on your limbs, and then it helps you air out as well, and made of fabric. So that's a Chinese ku originally. And you can see here and here, it looks different, simply because the mid-history dictionary back then didn't include this ku into, because this ku probably is more pants that's with the, you're covering your lower bottom part of the pants, as we know, contemporary from the West. This is the ancient pants, okay, without a middle connecting part. So we talked about it a few months ago. This is a taste in Chinese, and it means spicy, but eventually it's converted to hot. I guess the spicy and hot in English as well. This sense of the strong sensation comes from the flavor extended into other sensations. So you got stimulated in different ways, and that stimulation captured in the sense of taste here. So we can view it as crops. This is the crop, the canopy, the root connecting by the stalk or the trunk, and then in the middle we have a binder. So that means the crop is in harvest, is come in a bundle, and then we have the knife there, which most likely to be sickle. So when you're harvesting crop, you're going to cut the whole, you're going to hold a bundle, right? You're going to do this and do this. That's my guess. I never did it, but that's the motion of crop, of harvesting manually. And that when you harvest something, some crops out there, probably the sense in the air, the aroma, it emit, basically a kind of killing a bunch of year-round plant, right? That's the end of their life as a plant, becomes your food, right? When you're killing them, there is the sense of flavor that's kind of spicy. The left side means, okay, there's two horizontal lines, just like that, heaven and earth. And we have this kind of needle pointing down thing and puncturing through another In this, it's like a surface entering into that surface. And this horizontal convex shape emphasize this is entering inside something. So we have this heaven and earth give you the environmental factor there. And that means the environment is entering inside, underground. And that's the seasonal change in Chinese. Once you harvest the field got cleared out, right? Once you're done your harvesting, that's the moment when the land was prepared for the next year's planting. And that's the moment of this heaven and earth, the nature's element, the rain, the frost, or however, the snow eventually, right, going to enter into the ground and to enrich it, to almost like a uterus, get another layering, have the new lining so that next year it can grow new plant. So that's the moment, again, associated with this post-harvesting smell of the land that gives you the sense of hot. So 太酷辣 altogether means super cool, and Chinese internet users convert the 太酷了 originally are 3 different characters, but it put this comical image together by choosing same pronunciation but different character Chinese combination to create this comic effect. It's almost like a social commentary on this I guess is a dude. I mean, in today's gender fluid age, it's hard to tell, but it's a performer, right? So it said they, okay, made some speech at the end of the passionate speech, which is kind of an intro to the next song. They said something like, 太酷了, like this is super cool. This is what I want to do. So it's kind of a inspirational speech. But then at the end, closed with 太酷了. And then the internet users to kind of a joke about this relatively young person came up with this inspirational speech and pronounce it as 太酷了, put it into this comical form as a social commentary, and eventually became a meme and it became so famous. And now 太酷了 as a combination become the super cool, but it's spin it in a comical way. I hope that makes sense. It didn't to me. Now, after I said it sort of clicked. It's a new generation of internet users who doesn't take things seriously. Even if in face of this inspirational speech, whatever, they have seen so much. Anything that's claimed to be 太酷了 is like, meh for them. So that's the sense of 太酷了. All right. Thank you for joining. See you another.